Hi friends, sorry my video is coming to you a little later than usual today. I needed some time to get some things together for our story. So with the season of spring on us, I want to start talking about the life cycle of different animals. Mrs. S is going to join us on our Zoom tomorrow, and she had a really fun idea of butterflies. So the story that I have today is a nonfiction story about a butterfly. I already read a story, if you remember. It was a fiction story about the very hungry caterpillar who turns into a butterfly at the very end of our story. And that one is a fiction story because it has an animal in it that does some things that animals don't really do. The caterpillar ate through some funny things and it got a bellyache and did some silly things. But this one is a nonfiction story. This one is called The Life of a Butterfly. And it makes it nonfiction because it talks about real animals and real things that they do. You'll have to excuse the bird. She's very squawky today. She's actually very jealous that Chase, Leah, and Violet are all outside and she's not. So my story starts out with a little egg, and the egg is laying on a leaf. What do you see on this milkweed leaf? It looks like a little jelly bean or a dewdrop, but if you come closer, you'll see that really it's an egg, and there is something alive inside. What do you think is inside that's alive? In real life, this is an up-close picture of our egg, but in real life, if you were to see a leaf and you saw the egg on the leaf, it would be as big as that little dot right there. Pretty tiny. Soon the egg is ready to hatch. A tiny body squiggles and wiggles its way out. Do you know what it is? It is a caterpillar, and it's a very hungry caterpillar. So this is what the caterpillar looks like when it comes out of the egg. Yeah, kind of gross. I think so. And this is about how big it is. It is about 1 inch long. So maybe you could get a ruler or a tape measure and you could see how big an inch really is. Right away, the caterpillar eats its eggshell, and then it begins to nibble leaves. It eats and eats, growing bigger and fatter. And as it grows, it changes the way it looks. And now the caterpillar has stripes. The caterpillar is an eating machine. It moves along the milkweed plant, chewing up the leaves. The caterpillar has strong jaws on its head for all of that chewing, and it can hold on to the leaf with 16 of its legs. It has 16 legs. Did you know that a caterpillar has 16 legs? I don't think I knew that a caterpillar has 16 legs. When the caterpillar is about 10 days old, it stops eating and it looks for a place to rest. And now he's a big fat caterpillar and he's about 2 inches long. So look at your ruler or your tape measure and see how long 2 inches is. About 2 weeks later, you can see, sorry, skipped a page. The caterpillar crawls under a leaf and hangs upside down. It kind of makes the shape of a letter. What letter does the caterpillar look like? J. Yeah. Then something amazing happens. The caterpillar begins to change its shape. So it starts out here, hangs from the bottom of the leaf in its J shape, and the caterpillar becomes the chrysalis. The caterpillar becomes the chrysalis, and inside the chrysalis, incredible things are happening. Nature is putting on kind of a magic show. It's turning the caterpillar into something new. What is it turning into? About 2 weeks later, you can see what's inside the chrysalis. The chrysalis starts to get clear. And it is starting to come out. It pushes and pushes until the chrysalis splits. And what is coming out? A butterfly. The butterfly only has 6 legs now, but it has grown brand new wings. At first, the wings are wet and crumpled, but slowly the butterfly stretches them out. Slowly, slowly. It only takes about 15 minutes, it says, for the butterfly's wings to completely stretch out. This is a monarch butterfly. It's a special type of butterfly that looks like this. the butterfly, the monarch butterfly, rests and lets its wings dry in the sun, all the velvet stripes are gone now. Instead, the butterfly is covered with tiny scales. And if you look, this is how big the butterfly is now. He went from a tiny little dot of an egg to about 1 inch long when it came out of the egg, to about 2 inches long when it was a full-grown caterpillar, and now it's about 4 inches from wing to wing. 4 inches. Check out your ruler. Soon the butterfly can fly. It flutters from flower to flower. The butterfly has a straw-like tube on its head. It pokes the tube into the blossom to sip nectar, and nectar is the butterfly's food. So that is what a butterfly eats. As soon as there's a nip in the air, monarchs do what many birds do. They fly south for the winter. On wings as thin as tissue paper, they can fly across the ocean. Butterflies are amazingly strong. It seems like their wings are fragile and delicate, which they are, but they help them to fly so far. Thousands of monarchs travel together. These monarchs are resting on a tree in Mexico, and when spring comes, the monarchs will fly north again. So here's a map, and it shows you where the butterflies start out, and they go south. They kind of fly south like a bird. They like to be where it's warm. So then, when they're finished down there, and the weather up here starts to get a little warmer, you'll start to see more and more butterflies as they travel around. And on the way home, a monarch drops something on a milkweed leaf. It looks like a little jelly bean or a dewdrop, but you know what it really is and what is hidden inside. What is hidden inside the dewdrop or the jelly bean? That's not really a dewdrop or a jelly bean. So boys and girls, we're going to start talking a lot about the life cycle of different animals. I have a video that I'm going to show you. I'm going to send it out through Class Tag and your family's email. And Mrs. S is going to join us on our Zoom tomorrow, and she's going to show us a super fun activity that she has been doing with Brian at home. So I am super excited about that, and I hope everybody will be able to join us. I'll see you tomorrow.